Hey, welcome boys and girls, and welcome to our all-new BarnCentral, located here on Mr. Steve's homestead. I'm Mr. Steve, and I'm excited to see you. I'm also excited to see what life, survival, and homestead skills we're going to be learning today. But first, let me check in with the boys. Oh, hey, Briggs, hi, George. Hey, I hope it is warm where you guys are. It's starting to warm up here. Spring is just around the corner, and I'm so excited about that. That means you guys get to spend more time playing outside, right?
Yeah!
Awesome! Well, I'm curious. George, do we happen to have any letters from one of our friends?
Yeah!
Thanks, George. This letter comes from Peyton from Northern Virginia. Hey, Mr. Steve, I am so excited that you have BarnCentral up and running. I have a question for you. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I also would love to know what we will need in order to get chickens of our own. Thank you so much. Thank you, Peyton, for your letter. And remember, boys and girls, if you have a letter, a joke, or one of your pictures that you've drawn for us, please send it to us at mrsteveshomestead@gmail.com. But Peyton, back to your question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I haven't created a time machine quite yet, but I do have two things that we can use to help us learn more about chickens and eggs. First tool for learning something new that we like to use here at Mr. Steve's Homestead is...
Look in a book!
That's right, we like to look in a book. That gives us more information that we might not know otherwise. If you do not have a book at home that has the subject that you're looking up, you can always ask a friend or go to the public library. Brigson, do we happen to have a book on chickens?
Yeah, I think we do. I'll go check.
While Brigson heads off to find our book, let's learn the sign language for chicken and for egg. So for chicken, we're going to take our hand beside our mouth and make a little bird beak. That bird beak is going to do that, and then it's going to peck at the ground. So that is the sign for chicken. For egg, very simple. You're going to take both fingers like this, you're going to touch them together, and then you're going to break that egg. So breaking the egg. So let's try it together. All right. Chicken and egg. Excellent job, everyone, and perfect timing. Look who's back.
Here you go.
Thank you. Let's look in a book. All right. Fun facts about chickens. There are over 500 breeds of chickens. That's over 25 billion chickens. A lot. All throughout the world. That's more than any other type of bird and people. Chickens are omnivores, which means, do you know what that means? No?
Only meat and grass.
That is right. They eat vegetables and plants, and they eat meat. They really, really like bugs, right? So chickens are very social animals. If you've ever had any, you'll know that. They like to be with other chickens. They have their own language with over 20 different sounds. So they know what they're saying. Isn't that crazy? And they also have great memories. They are able to remember over 100 faces and animals. So if you meet a chicken, it will most likely remember you. They don't taste heat or sweet. That's got to be a boring food, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they smell very, very well. They also have great eyesight and color vision. They can see better than people, even seeing more colors than we can. Wow. Wow. Those were some amazing facts, but I don't think they're going to help you or Peyton raise some chickens at home. So, I think I said there were two ways that we could learn about chickens. Well, The second way is ask somebody who may know more than you do. That could be a teacher, a parent, or someone who does it for a living. You know what? That reminds me. Though I may not have a time machine, I do have a new invention that we need to test out here at BarnCentral. We call it the Adventure Portal. Like I said, there may be a few bugs that need to be worked out, so I'm going to test this out by myself today while you boys hang out here in BarnCentral and play. Let's go give it a try. All right, so I'm going to type it in here, and we're going to and then we got here. All right, you guys play. Let's get going. Here we go. Whoa!
It worked.
We made it. And it looks like my shirt has changed. There were a few bugs that we still need to work out. But I'm here. I'm here on my homestead. So I get to be your teacher today. That is some awesome stuff. Well, let's dive into it. What do we need if we want to have chickens of our own? Well, you may not need everything that I have here, and you may even have more than I have here. But this is a good starting point to know what we need to have chickens. Well, chickens, just like you and I, need water and food. So we have our containers of water over here. We even have heaters on the bottom so that in the morning, when it's really cold outside, it keeps them warm, the water warm enough that they have fresh water. It's not ice. Here we have a whole container we can fill up with food. They can come and get at any time that they may want. We also bring in scraps, grass, different things we bring in here, and they can eat that whenever they want. Speaking about eating things, did you know that chickens don't have teeth? So how do they grind up their food? How do they get it so they can eat it and get all the nutrients out of it? Well, they use what some people call chicken teeth or grit. This grit is little rocks, and sometimes it has oyster shells in it. The oyster shells help with the eggs, making the shell thicker and stronger. But the grit helps them break up their food and grind it up. So it's their chicken teeth. That is so crazy. So the run helps protect them. And right now, they're all running around out getting bugs in the grass. We like to do that sometimes. Otherwise, that's what they get to do during the day. But tonight, where are they going to sleep? And where do they lay their eggs? Well, let's head over to the hen house to see where that is. Whoa! Well, we made it down here into the hen house. I'm going to have to work on those landings a little bit. But this is the hen house. This is where the nesting boxes are. This is where the hens come to lay their eggs. And looks like we've got some eggs in here. This is awesome. Well, inside these boxes is some straw. The straw helps protect the eggs, and it's their nest. It's really, really nice. But they don't sleep in here. So we need to come over here and take a look at where they sleep. All right, now let's take a look at a chicken's bed. Do you see it? Yep, that's it. It's the stick. That's the chicken's bed. It's not soft and warm like mine is, but this is what they like. They sit up here side by side, and that's how they sleep all night long. Now that we know where they sleep, what they need for a nesting box, and all the food and water that they need, we need to find out where and how to take care of the baby chickens. If you have a mama hen, she can take care of the ones that she hatches out. But what if you don't have that? What do you do then? Well, let's head down to the brooder room and check it out. Well, it looks like the landings are starting to get a little bit better, but here we are in the brooder room. Well, you might be asking me, what is a brooder room? Well, a brooder is a place to keep baby chicks safe and warm with all their food and water. I'm actually sitting on a brooder right now. This is a really long one that can hold a lot of them at a time. And it has this nice cover on top to keep them safe. You may be needing one a little bit smaller, kind of like this one at home. Just remember, you want to have the shavings in that container to keep a safe diaper for them. Now, the next thing you're going to need, just like the big ones, is we need food and water. Food can be a container like this, where you put a mason jar on top. It allows the food fall in, just like that big blue one we saw earlier. Or a big one like this that they can come, and a lot of birds can eat them all at once. You also need water. You can have one like this with the mason jar on top, or you can get a little bit bigger ones all the way up to that really big one. Just depends on how many chicks you have. Now, the next thing that we have to remember is we need to give them heat. They need to stay warm. If they get cold, they won't eat or drink any water. So there's two things that we can do. One, we can provide them a heater like this one. This one sits on the ground or in the shavings, and the baby chicks can walk underneath, and they have this heater up here that keeps them nice and warm. It's the most like their mom would be. The other one that we can use, and I like to use both of these, is this. It's a heat lamp. This light puts out a lot of heat, and it keeps them very warm. If we use all those things together, we can keep our baby chicks, very safe, and they grow up to be very awesome egg-giving hens. All right, so we've learned how to take care of the baby chicks, and we've learned how to take care of the mamas. What about the eggs? What if we want to hatch some eggs out? Well, if you've got a hen and a rooster, you might be able to have one of the hens sit on some eggs, and she will hatch them out. But if you don't have that, you can use an incubator. If the mamas will not sit on the eggs, we have an incubator, kind of like this one. That gives them the right amount of water in the air. It's called humidity. And it gives it the right amount of heat. And this is a really cool fact. The mama will move the egg around 20 to 50 times a day. This right here moves it slowly throughout the day, just the same, and allows that baby to grow up like it's supposed to. Another really cool fact, the mama hen will chirp to her baby eggs, and they will communicate even when they're in the shell. It's so awesome. Here's what we need to do next. We need to head back to BarnCentral so we can get into our arts and craft time. Boys and girls, go ahead, get your crayons, your paper, get those things together, and we'll head back and we're going to draw the life cycle of a chicken. How does all this stuff fit together? That's what we're going to find out next. All right, let's head back. Me's heading back.
It's a giant chicken.
Whoa! Whoa! It worked, boys! That was so fun! Back to normal. There are definitely a few bugs that need to be worked out, but you know what? It worked! Now, boys and girls, let's draw something that we learned today. Come on over! Let's get started on our drawing. So the first thing we're going to be drawing is the egg. The egg is going to start right up here at the very, very top. And so we're just going to draw a nice, good size oval right up here at the top. And we're going to write everything in, let's do purple today. And so this first thing that we just drew is the egg. So E-G-G is how you spell egg. And so from there, we need to draw the next section of our life cycle. And so what we'll do is we'll draw a little circle, or a line there, sorry. And arrow. This is going to tell us the next thing in the life cycle from the egg, what happens to the egg. So the egg, inside the egg is the embryo, is the baby chick that is growing. So we're going to draw a very simple baby chick inside the egg, and that is going to start off with a number 3, just like that. On the top part of this 3, we're going to bring back down, and then we're going to take this piece and we're going to make a big half circle all the way around. Kind of makes a silly shape right there. But from that shape, you will get to see what we're going to make. So from this top part of the 3, we're going to make our little beak. And we can make a little line up here for an eye that would be closed. Now, I was using black up here. It doesn't really look like a black, but black up there for my egg. And so inside, we're going to make this chick inside of an egg. Now, this can be a little bit larger. It's okay. You can make it smaller if you want. This is your art, and I want you guys to have fun with it. Now, inside here, we've got some squiggle lines because this is the baby. It's still inside that egg, so we're trying to make it look like it's still inside with some random squiggles. They all are going to be good. And so that is our little baby chick inside the embryo. So from there, we need to actually write the word embryo. So I'm going to get out my purple again, and we're going to write embryo. So that's E-M-B-R-Y-O, embryo. Okay, and then I'm going to get my blue now, and we're going to draw that line down and make that arrow to that next section that we are trying to do. And this, after that baby chick has grown and gotten big, it needs to come out of that egg. So what is it going to do? It's going to hatch out of that egg. So I'm going to get my yellow back out for that baby chick to hatch out. And so we're going to start here with the head of the baby chick. And if you want to color these things in, let's say you wanted to color in the baby chick, you are welcome to do so. May need to put in that little eye so it can be seen if you're going to do that. And that is okay. But we've got our head up here, and then we are going to, from the bottom of its head, you're going to do 2 lines out, slightly curved up. And then we're going to do some loops like that, or you can do some squiggles. Either way is fine. I want you guys to make this your own. And because I was making my egg in this black that almost looks like a green, we're going to do it with this. We're going to continue all of our eggs with this. So we're going to now do a zigzag. So up and down, up and down, up and down, back and forth all the way across that opening that we have there. And then we're going to do a big U shape, half of an oval underneath. And then the question is what happened to the other half of the egg? So we're going to do a squiggle off to the side here, just like that. And then we're going to connect that down over here. So it almost looks like the top of the egg is now sitting right behind over there. Now I want to make sure that the beak stands out and the eye stands out here. So we're going to draw a little eye up here off to the side, and we're going to draw our beak. So there's our little chick with a beak. And again, we can color the chick in if we want. Doesn't have to be perfect, or you can take a little extra time if that is what you want to do. But there is our chick. All right, so that is hatching. So that chick is hatching out of the egg. So we're going to write hatching. So we're going to do H-A-T-C-H-I-N-G, hatching. And so once that baby hatches out, it's going to need to run around and grow like we were learning earlier. And so that baby chick, now we need to draw the baby chick that's going to be growing and getting larger and getting stronger. So I'm now going to go with an orange. for our chick. And baby chick's going to be very, very similar to that. And so we're going to do our circle, half circle up here on the top for its head. If you want to give it a little bit more feel, you can do some squiggle lines, but we can also fill that in a little bit. And then we've got its body. So that body is going to be a loop around like so. The bottom circle is going to be a little bit bigger than the top one. From here, right around where the head would connect, you can see that, we're going to do some loops out, and then we can do our swoops down, or we can do our squiggles down, either one for its wings. And then we are going to need to pick another color if you want, if you're going to color everything in. This time I'm not going to color this one in, just so we can see what that looks like. But you want to give it a beak, so you're just going to do the letter V right there in the middle, and then you can give it 2 little dots for its eyes, and then we need to give it feet to stand on. So the feet are going to be 2 lines coming off the bottom, and then off the bottom of each of those, you're going to do 3 little lines. So those 3 little lines give it the feet. So that is our chick. So we need to write in chick. Chick is C-H-I-C-K. There is our chick. Great job, everyone. Let's move on to the next stage in the life cycle of a chicken, and that would be the one right before the egg, and that would be the hen or the mama bird, the full-grown chicken. All right, so this one we're going to do a nice pink. We're going to start off with, I want to start off with a pink and maybe a green. I don't know if there's a chicken that looks like this or not, but hey, this is going to be fun. So first thing we're going to do number 3, and then I want to do a little bit smaller number 3 right beside that. Now, on this first big 3 that we did, we're going to do one more swoop off the bottom of that, and then we're going to take one more swoop, and then this time we're going to come up and back around a little bit. And this top of this swoop, we're going to come back down and then up and around. So that we're kind of giving us the head of the chicken. Then what we're going to do is bring this one, kind of matching this swoop, we're going to kind of come back to there. That now has given us your wings, and you can draw some lines in there if you want, or not. That is okay. And then we need to give the chicken her face. So we're going to do there, and then we'll give a little cone on the top. And we need a few more things. We need to give her a beak, right? So we'll fill that in. And she needs her feet just like the chick had. So we're going to draw 2 lines off the bottom here with 3 little lines, and that gives her her feet. And I think that she's missing one thing, and her eye, and I'm just going to jab a little purple in there. Now you can color her in with more green or any other color that you want, but we need to label this, right? And this is our hen, H-E-N, hen. And the hen is the mama chicken, right? And she then lays the egg, so we need to finish this life cycle by drawing our arrow up to the egg. And this is the life cycle of a chicken. We start with the egg, then the baby grows inside, the embryo grows inside, to then be hatching out of the egg. And then the baby chick needs to grow, so it gets our food and water like we learned earlier, and then becomes a grown-up chicken who then can lay an egg, and the cycle starts all over again. That was so much fun! Boys, can I see your drawings? Oh, excellent job! Great job! All right, boys and girls, can I see your drawings too? Oh, wow. You guys did such a great job. You guys put in so much good effort. Great job. Well, who knew there was so much to learn about chickens? Well, that leads me to the next fun thing that we get to do here at BarnCentral. I'm curious, George, do we have any jokes for today?
We do.
Thank you. All right, so let's get into our jokes. The first one comes from Elijah in North Carolina. Did you hear the joke about the broken egg? It cracked me up. And this joke cracks me up too. All right, number 2 is from Layla from Iowa. It is a knock-knock joke, so work with me. Help me out, everybody. Knock, knock. Who's there? Omelet. Omelet who? Omelet smarter than I look? I hope so. All right. And the third, and not least, comes from Isaac in Tennessee. What do you call an egg that goes on safari? An explorer. Those were some great jokes, but now I think that means it's time for us to do some work together and do
Our chores.
living on a homestead means we all get to help take care of the things that we've been given. So, how about you come join us and visit one more of our animals before we have to go. All right, so here we are, and we're here with Jimmy the pig. Not all animals on your homestead have to be for food. Jimmy here, he's one of our pets. He's the picky pig. He loves his food, but he doesn't like anything spicy, and he doesn't like anything like his vegetables. So those go to the chickens. Those chickens that you got to meet earlier. That is awesome. Boys and girls, I am so happy that you were able to come visit us here on Mr. Steve's homestead. I hope you got to learn something, and I hope that you guys get to come back soon. Until next time, please remember, you are loved, you are smart, you are strong, and together we can make amazing things happen. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Wait. Before you head out, I have one more question for you. Did you notice something that we did throughout the entire video? These little guys, they're hiding all throughout the video. We had a few, but I need you to tell me how many did you find? Bye.